Are you bored living a mediocre life? We were too, and we know how to change that. Each week, we'll leave our comfort zones to explore a new topic, then step onto our soapboxes, a safe space to sound off on our latest adventure. Come explore with us. All opinions are welcome. This is a mindset. This is a lifestyle. This is Siren Soapbox.
Girls, we have two logos now. The new one, the compass, representing our mission, diving out of our comfort zone and exploring. And our original logo is the 6 tails in a soapbox, each tail for a different siren. Our tail colors are supposed to be the color that we feel represents us. To help us dive deeper into this topic, I've invited a special mystery guest. She is best known for being a manifestation goddess. She can help you discover your goddess vibe. She has been teaching the forgotten tools of the universe for over 25 years to help people unlock their manifestation power. She talks to angels, meets fairies, and voiced several audiobooks such as Sunset Strip, Grooming Mr. Right, First Impressions, someone we have followed since the beginning of the podcast, especially because of her Mermaid Monday on Instagram. Please welcome Trish McKinnley.
Oh, welcome to the show, Trish.
This is exciting. It's about time.
Oh my goodness. What a surprise. That's so exciting.
Oh my gosh. Color. For the Siren Soapboxes, I asked them to do the three question personality test from keelswan.com. The questions are: 1, what is your favorite color and 3 reasons why? What is your favorite animal and 3 reasons why? What is your favorite body of water and 3 reasons why? We're not going to reveal number 3 until after everyone knows what it means, although I think some people might still say it anyway. That's fine, but you'll see why later. And I really wanted to do this exercise to get more in depth about everybody's favorite color. I thought it was so fitting because on our very first episode, I gave the Sirens a personality question, and this kind of ties it all together. For our second part of their challenge, I had the Sirens wear glasses in the lenses that matches their tail color and then report back on it. So let's hear how you did. Again, if the conversation gets too intense, the safe word is
Mango.
First up on her soapbox is Myrrh.
Thanks. My favorite color is red. Red is a power color, and I think that's probably the reason I was initially drawn to it so many years ago. It's a bold color and can be indicative of something dangerous, perhaps even saving one's life. Also, I just really like the way it looks. My favorite animal is an octopus. When an octopus hatches, along with many of its siblings, their mother dies, leaving the octopus to figure out how to get their own food, how to find shelter, how to protect themselves from their environment. And they seem to do it so gracefully and playfully and perfectly. This, being alone and figuring things out without much guidance, is what makes me feel so connected to them. That and the fact that they live in the water, which is where I find peace. And they change colors. And when I see them, they're mostly red. So that makes me happy. My favorite body of water, it's not glamorous, but it's a place where I spend much of my dive season. Sugar Grove Quarry is an old rock quarry here in Ohio and Washington Courthouse. It's cold and sometimes the visibility isn't great, but every time I'm in that water, I'm surrounded by people I love. And I think that's really what makes that body of water so special to me. These glasses make me feel disoriented. When I wear them, my view of the world is colored this beautiful red, but it's also very limiting. I find myself missing all the other colors that should be flooding my world. I find I can only wear them for short periods of time before they drive me just the tiniest bit insane. Now, Sarah, how about you?
All right. Well, my favorite color, don't look at my tail color. My favorite color is turquoise. Why? It reminds me of ocean vacations, and it's a very calming color. but really it's the ocean vacations. Every single time I go on vacation, I have to have turquoise nails if I can. Sometimes I don't because I just had them and I want to have something different, but I always have to have turquoise nails. It's a calming color is another reason why I like it. And really, it just makes me very happy. My favorite animal is a cat. Why? They remind me of all of my childhood vacations. Whenever we went on vacation as a family, when I was little, I always found the cats. Every single time we went anywhere, I knew exactly where to go hunt them down, and I never failed. And for some reason, I really enjoyed trying to get them to like me. It was always a source of pride when they finally deigned to sniff my hand. I've always had cats for that reason. And the other reason I really like them is that they just have the cutest little faces. I actually didn't even write about my favorite body of water because I was given the hint not to, so I'm not touching that. The shades, mine are yellow. And I noticed that they really brighten things up when I put them on. And I guess that's because they made things more yellow and sunny. So even when the sun wasn't shining, it looked sunny outside. A couple of times I left them on for quite a while, like an hour or so, because I really kind of forgot that I had them on. They didn't really bother me at all. But then when I took them off, things seemed to brighten even more. It was really strange. I don't know what that means. I hope to find out. So it was like they brightened things up by making them seem sunny, but then maybe they actually darkened things. So when I took them off, things were lighter. I don't know. Kind of weird. Other than that, I didn't really notice anything particularly noteworthy, which is maybe why I didn't take notes. I mean, I literally would put them on and then forget that I was supposed to be doing something with them. And then I would take them off and think, well, I don't even know what to say. I will say that I got a few funny looks from folks when I was wearing them because like I said, I'd forget that I had them on. And sometimes that was how I was reminded that I was wearing them. And with that, we'll find out what Jess has to say.
So I've got Jess is recorded. She has manifested living in Hawaii, and she is starting her new job there tomorrow. So, or maybe it was today. Was it probably today?
It's today.
Well, good luck, Jess. But we are going to listen to her favorite color and animal.
My favorite animal is the dolphin. And I don't really know if I have 3 reasons why, but my major reason for loving the dolphin is that I love the freedom and the playfulness that they have. They are just so graceful and fun, and I feel like everybody that sees them is just happy, and it doesn't matter if they actually like dolphins or not. They just always seem to be happy when they see them. And as far as my favorite color, it is my tail color, which is purple. I don't really know if I have a reason why it's my favorite color. It always seems cheerful. But also if you have a really deep purple, it can almost be soothing. And it's pretty close to blue, which is the water. And yeah, I don't really have multiple reasons why or a deep reason, just how it makes me feel. And same with the favorite animal, the dolphin. So that's all I have for now.
And then here's her experience with the purple glasses.
My experience with the purple glasses is that I at first thought they were sunglasses, but I quickly realized that isn't really the case because I tried to wear them outside and everything seemed much, much brighter. And it was almost painful for the eyes. So I did, once I got Elsie's instructions, because I tried that before I got Elsie's instructions, I tried them inside and I noticed that it made whites whiter and reds a lot more vibrant. So it was really fun before I left Ohio because the trees were changing and I could watch the colors be more vibrant outside. So I did enjoy that aspect of it and just watching the colors be more vibrant and looking at my cat who has white on her chest or her, excuse me, her white almost seemed whiter. So it was interesting how purple shades made everything seem brighter, because typically purple is a bit darker color. So it was really interesting, and I'm curious what everybody else's experience was with it.
And with that, on to TC.
My favorite color is orange, probably a mango shade of orange, but all shades of orange and lots of shades of yellow. I'm attracted to things that are orange, and sometimes I don't realize it's the color attracting me. I think it's the thing. I've always liked yellows and oranges. When I was a child, probably more yellow than orange, and as an adult, more orange than yellow. Orange makes me feel energized and happy. I think orange is the color of happiness. Frank Sinatra said, "Orange is the happiest color," and I agree with him. I can think of lots of reasons that I love the color orange, or things that are orange that I love, but orange is my favorite color simply because it is. It attracts me the way smiles and laughter attract me. My favorite animal is the turtle, of all of the types and varieties of turtles. It has been my favorite animal since my earliest memories. Turtles are resilient. Sea turtles are graceful and fast. One of my favorite views that I have ever experienced is being deeper in the water than a sea turtle and seeing it silhouetted against the sky above me as it goes for air. I honestly have no idea when, why, or how the attraction started. I hope that I always use just a little more air than usual every time we happen upon a sea turtle. I'm still in awe of the idea that I now live somewhere where I can see turtles regularly. The Caribbean Sea is my favorite body of water. 3 reasons: the infinite clear blues, the life within, the warmth. A description of my experience with these glasses, my new favorite sunglasses. I always have sunglasses on my head, but I rarely actually wear them on my eyes because I like the brightness. Somehow these glasses make things seem brighter, but more gentle. And they're orange, so there's that whole happiness thing. I think orange is energizing, makes me want to write and create. So feelings recorded, happiness, an urge to create, especially to write, and energized. And now on to Elsie.
My favorite color is aqua because it is the sky and sea, adventurous, calming, and yet invigorating. My favorite animal is the sea turtle because they are strong, calm, and always return to where they got their start. I had the aqua color glasses and I really thought I was going to enjoy wearing these. And to be honest, when I'm inside at night, which is longer and longer these days, it made everything really dark and difficult to do tasks like reading or trying to find things that were right in front of my face. Inside on a sunny day, it threw off the colors of everything and it was quite disorienting. I love playing with color in my art and color theory, and I am a very visual person, and these glasses are just a head trip. Outside on a sunny day, everything looks almost totally normal, like maybe a shade darker in some areas, but this sky is just absolutely gorgeous in these blue shades. Another brain trip. While you're wearing the aqua glasses and staring at the sky, and then you take them off, for a split second, the sky actually looks pink. It was so weird. But I really felt just disoriented, confused, and usually ended up with a headache while I had these on, which I know is not what you're supposed to feel. But to give you ladies a deeper meaning to your answers. Excited for this. Number 1, your favorite color. This is how you see yourself. Number 2, your favorite animal is what you want in a partner. And 3, your favorite body of water is how you view sex. In her website, Teal goes on to say, quote, if someone is struggling with this exercise, it is safe to say that you are talking to a person who is not very introspective. Now on to the deeper meaning for your glasses. I did not tell anybody what they were so that we did not get a placebo effect. I was the only one that knew. These are color therapy glasses, AKA Chakra mood light therapy, AKA chromotherapy glasses. Disclaimer, they are not sunglasses. I don't believe they have any UV protection in them, TC. So wearer beware. They are made by Purple Canyon and can be purchased on Amazon. According to Purple Canyon, you can wear different colors in order to experience different emotions. Red should invoke strength, vitality, and power. Orange, sociability, creativity, and enthusiasm. Yellow is energy, personal power, and logic. Aqua, relaxation, self-expression, and calmness. Purple is serenity, spirituality, and ambition. But rather turn it over to Trish to explain to us a little bit more about the spiritual meaning and importance of color.
You know what's so exciting? That we intuitively know what color we like, what color we resonate with, what color just makes sense for us. And I find that if we could really get some colors back, it'd be a lot more fun, because we have all been trained to wear black because we want to look thin. and by doing that, we are really shifting things and making, especially women wearing black, we make ourselves invisible. It's interesting. The other thing about wearing black is that we make ourselves, unbeknownst to us often, but we make ourselves absorb the negative energy, the cranky moods, the all the stuff that's going on. So frequently when I have a client who's like not going to give up her black, I ask her to wear colored panties. Make your bra and panties spectacular color. The other thing is you often see men wearing white t-shirts. The thing that's so great about the white t-shirts is that it repels the negativity. So it's like a protective barrier, a protective bubble that he's already knowing to put on. We hear about the chakras more and more. So it makes a lot of sense that you would be attracted to red, your root chakra, which is that survivor, which is the let's do it, let's go. But even more so, it is more of the family. It's a very grounded energy. So yes, my very first sewing machine was of red because the belief is you just keep being productive, but it also creates more passion and a heightened energy. So you can't really relax. And so sometimes when red is your favorite color, you're seeing how much you achieve, and you're probably that goddess of action, which is go, go, go. You make things happen, but then there's a need to balance it out, to spoil yourself. So I found it interesting hearing about your animals, because I didn't see that as a partner. What I saw is that that's your safe space. That's where if I said, hey, I need you to take a mental health day, you're going to embrace that in the way of the octopus, especially because that's a manifesting animal. So I thought that was really, really interesting. So with the octopus, what that's telling you is that for you to relax, if you would allow yourself to really look at fun in different type of ways. You don't always have to relax the way that you think you should or the way someone else tells you to. In fact, you could say, well, I'm going to relax by snuggling on the couch. And then another day, you're going to totally relax by maybe going for a run. So it's always going to be how you're feeling at that moment. And by trusting that intuition, you're going to find that you're able to open new doors of opportunity. Does that make sense though?
Yeah, for sure. That's very interesting. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. I really, really actually like that. And I felt like what was so cool about you, where you like to go diving, is because what you're really diving in is crystals, all the crystal energy. You're going into the earth and you like that contained space. Yeah, it is magical. Yeah, you are with friends, but I feel like you're with more friends than you realize, because within the quarry, you are able to go like into an abyss. And to me, I felt like you're able to do some soul searching when you're there. And because you're resonating with the frequency of those crystals, you're able to really come out rejuvenated. It does feel to me like you're just, I don't know, it's such a refreshing thing that I feel like people really couldn't understand. They could try, but it's just such a personal experience, you know.
That's absolutely true. You try to convince people to love diving in a rock quarry in Ohio, and most of them just don't get it.
They don't know what they're missing out on.
Exactly
I'm just gonna
right.
say. I'm just gonna say. And Sarah was into turquoise and kitty cats, and what I felt was very, very fascinating about the way you're talking about kitty cats is listening to your words. You really are a very strong woman. You're a very strong goddess. I actually feel, I do believe in reincarnation. If you don't, that's totally fine, no biggie. But I sense a life in Egypt with you, and I sense you were royalty. And the reason being is because it's a very natural flow for you when you're talking about the hunt or the pride. You know, you're just saying, yeah, I take a lot of pride in it, but it's just your choice of words. It's a very comfortable thing. And what cat energy is all about is you're allowed to go with the flow, but then you also know, hey, I don't want to do it anymore, so I'm going to do it my way. And then you're also able to find a balance to things like, okay, I know I got to be a grown up and do this, but I need to have fun too. I also feel that even though you're saying the turquoise, which helps you calm down, which I do see it as that, but it also, to me, is very important that you speak out. I feel, I have to tell you, when you see me tickling my nose, it's because angels are tickling my nose with a feather, and it just means it's, you know, on the nose. So I stay very strong in that space with you. So what I do feel is part of the turquoise is your throat chakra. And that's coming to say, just like the kitty cat knows the different communications she makes, whether you experience a mommy cat that gives us little chirps and, you know, just a little purrs in a very unique way, but it's a very own communication system. And I feel you have your own way of communicating. You might not even always come out and say things. I want to make sure you do. I don't want you squelching it, because if anything that lasts too long in your tummy will give you tummy issues, literally, for you, for all of us, but more so for you. I also feel that when you talk about your love of vacation, you are recognizing, just like kitty cats do, that we need downtime. We don't always have to be on the hunt. We don't always have to be accomplishing things. And what a great message for so many of us to hear. So many women, especially, are literally burning the candles at both ends. And so you are recognizing there's a way that we should find that balance. And here, let me share these suggestions, because you have those. The other thing that's very interesting about turquoise is all the healing properties and the spiritual properties, but also all the healing properties and protective elements of that turquoise. So I feel like you were really very in tune. And I feel like there's a lot more to that than maybe even you realize. Does that make sense though?
I'm totally blown away.
Okay. Yay, yay, yay.
I mean, I don't even know what to say. I, for once, am speechless, not because I'm shy, but because I'm truly speechless. That was amazing.
Yeah, I love the imagery I get with you. Have you ever experienced any flashbacks when you see something Egyptian? If not, I hope you start paying attention to it.
Maybe I'll have to start paying attention. It doesn't, that didn't hit me quite as much, but I will certainly be on the lookout for it. But so many of the things that you said, just, they found a home. So
yeah, I wish you would look a little bit more. Not that you need to learn anything from that, because I personally feel like it was a good life for you. Oftentimes we don't need to go explore a past life when it's such a great experience, but I feel like that's where you really set a fabulous foundation. And I do believe you remember this within yourselves. And so that gives you the confidence when people are coming against you, even because you're trusting your intuition and they're saying, logically, this makes no sense. You are able to sit there and smile or tell them they're full of it and then walk away, and you walk away confidently. You walk away with your head held high. You know what you know. So that's why I feel like that was the foundation of this. What a great time and what a great space. So thank you for letting me share.
Thank you very much.
So I feel Jess, so exciting that she's manifested her freedom in Hawaii and her dolphin energy and the playfulness and the purple. I do feel like she's seeking a little bit more of a spiritual connection, and that's why she was there. So maybe she wants to connect with goddesses or angels or the mermaids and work on alongside spirit guides. I also feel like when Hawaii calls you, there's a lot more of an earthy element that is in play. Think about all of the earth elements in Hawaii. So you have a volcano, you have, you're built basically on a volcano. So you have so many grounding elements, and it's also rich in history and in beliefs and in a tradition. And I feel like that is her soul calling her home, and she's desiring more of that. She also said I liked how she was talking about the purple glasses and how it made things a little brighter and whiter, because when you think about the different lipstick that make our teeth whiter, it's those blue undertones that help create that. So she was tapping into that. Sometimes we think purple, we do hear, yes, it's of royalty. Yes, we can connect with it on a spiritual level, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes purple is there to just give us that reach for the higher, because that purple element, that purple chakra is way up here. And so for her to be attracted to it, I really do feel she's ready to reach for more. And this is her time. I feel like she's bridged some heartache. It feels like she's done a lot of overcoming. And I feel like that's being rewarded. And I feel like this is a time where she is stopping to smell the flowers, if that makes sense. So I hope that makes sense to her. But I feel like, yeah, she's finally just doing what she wants rather than what everyone else wants for her. Now, TC, the orange and the yellow, love that. And you're so right. That is exactly right. Orange is all about the confidence and creativity, and you're writing right on. And actually, yellow is about the confidence and about the courage to pursue those things that you created with that orange. The other thing that's interesting, as the sacral chakra, it's all about sexuality and creativity. It's that seat of going forward and taking you forward. It also is connected with your throat chakra. So you have a very strong alignment, which means that you intuitively are writing, you're intuitively are creating. And I feel like when you're in that zone. For you, a meditation I would want you doing would be just to sit there coloring a mandala, creating your own mandala. But I feel like that's where you're going to find a lot of peace and tranquility and sparks of excitement. It creates a nice balance for you. I feel like the turtle is also an encourager of, yes, you have a very big heart, and you wear I feel like you don't want to wear your heart on your sleeve, but you do. And I also feel like for you, it's time to stick your neck out. And you do. When you make a decision, no one better get in your way, because you are just going to find it and go. Even if you're splashing sand on them, it's okay. They shouldn't have been there anyway. But I do feel like this is a time where you have that hard shell and then that soft belly. And that means that your friends know you very dearly and love you very dearly, but everyone else doesn't quite, and nor are they entitled to that front row seat of your life. And so I feel like turtle is always working with you. It's interesting because I see the animal that you all chose as more of a power animal for you. I believe we come to life with different a spirit posse. And so we talk about a guardian angel, but we also have a guardian power animal. And I do feel like you are naturally calling in that animal. Now, you can change to and from, like you have something that you want to overcome, you have something that you're going through, and you can change it. But I do feel your animals that you spoke of really do resonate as, yeah, this is right. This is who I'm supposed to be with. So I do feel like this is becoming a time for you that you are going to step more into your power. I feel like there's a limelight, shining on you. It feels like you are being, I don't know, it feels like you've got something that's working on the back burner, and it feels like it's coming forward. It feels like you've put it off too long and the curtains have opened to it. Does that make sense to you?
It does. And I don't know if you remember, but we spoke on the phone not long ago, and I was telling you about a dream I had with some repeating numbers, and your message was very similar. And you told me
Interesting.
I would keep having those dreams if I didn't pursue that thing that I was putting on the back burner.
I hope you're
So-
pursuing it. You're going to get us both in trouble. Thanks a lot. I swear I gave her the message. That's really fun that yeah, I don't remember anything really. It just kind of flows out and I'm just here. Yeah. You probably could have just gone on without me even being able to hear you guys. But thank you, because otherwise they're going to have me keep seeing it. And LC, the aqua and the sea turtle. I feel like the aqua is very much for you. I feel like things have been choppy and wavy, and I feel like you're ready for the calm waters. I feel like you're one that you can surf along and you understand going with the flow. But I feel like now's the time for nurturing you and nurturing your soul. And that's this time period. I feel like you've, what it feels like if I've stumbled into it. It doesn't necessarily feel like I meant to do this, but I feel like this is the time. I also feel like your desire of that in connection with the sea turtle, that felt very much more to me. That's more about literally you understanding a different perspective, because you really like to see things from all points of view. And I feel like you like to have people get along, so intuitively, there's something off with this situation. And so you will quickly swim in to mend things. You would prefer that to keep the calm waters. And so you do sense out where things get choppy. And so part of that sea turtle, I feel, is asking and inviting you to come along for the ride. I feel like you're being invited to climb on her back, and she's going to take you to new places. I personally feel that what color were your glasses? Were your glasses aqua too?
Yeah.
What did you say? Return to start. Maybe I misheard that. Okay, so I didn't understand. Well, no wonder I didn't understand it, because you probably didn't say it. So I feel like the whole color therapy thing, I feel like you're always incorporating things intuitively. There are, whether you're slipping a rose quartz in your pocket, you don't even know it's a rose quartz and you just slip it in. Now, I'm not saying you don't know what a rose quartz is, but I'm just saying you pick up things that you're naturally attracted to that feed your soul, and no one even told you what it meant, but it doesn't matter because you got it. I also feel the colors in the seashells are very soothing to you. So even though they're not really aqua, I feel like those, the blending of together, what I see is this room, and it's got like the sandy color of the beach and then the aqua shades, but then it also has like those richer, deeper brown hues to it. And then even the water can go into that darker color. And what that communicates is also this deepness that's within you. And you can go you're very, very loyal, and you're very, very, you're much deeper than people give you credit for. I also feel you're very much an empath. And so for you, I really would like you to not wear black. And if you have to wear black, put on some white underneath, even if it's those white granny panties, or that, just that white ugly bra or whatever, but a t-shirt, something. But you know what? Women used to wear slips. So our grandmas knew what they were talking about. They knew what they were doing. And I will share a story. My grandma was walking down the street and her panties, the elastic broke, and you know what happens, ladies. And when you're wearing a dress with a slip, those panties came right on down and she walked right out of them. And that's what I feel like you're giving yourself permission to take those necessary steps, even if it means having to leave something else behind.
I am absolutely blown. Oh, like it. As soon as you started talking about choppy waters, I had tears in my eyes. Like I think you've hit every single one of us like nail on the head. I can't.
Thank you.
I am speechless too. Just like sorry.
Yay.
Thank you so much
You're welcome.
for all of that. Somebody else go.
So Trish,
Yeah.
if somebody wanted to know more about what their favorite color means, what would you tell them to do? Where should they start?
There are a lot of great books out there that talk about color therapy, that talk about colors, but honestly, just Google it, for goodness sake. Just look up anything on your chakras. I feel like that pretty much is going to tell you, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I am having a little bit of blockage there. The other thing is, if you're trusting your intuition, you're going to know. And we have the intuition, whether we want it or not, it's there. So let's say you have a girl named Anne, and Anne is not really thrilled with what's going on, but suddenly she's really attracted to green, but she doesn't know why. She just really likes green. But then she goes and looks up and just Googles, what does the color green mean? And she's going to see growth. She's going to see some of these other things, but intuitively, it's not answering really, or it doesn't resonate quite right. So she starts looking up a little bit more. And underneath chakras, you see that green is associated with your heart and about expanding your heart. And so for Anne would intuitively know, you know what? I'm loving my kids. I'm loving the baby daddy that I shouldn't, the ex-boyfriend. And yet I really should be loving me. So that's something that's going to be revealed if you want it. Colors are very quick wisdom, quick little nuggets. You don't really have to spend a lot of time on it. And it's kind of common sense. So I love dealing with colors because look around at the candles that you have at your house. You have a sense of what you want to attract, because there's something about that scent that's going to tell you, or there's something about the color that tells you, yeah, I need more of this in my life, or I don't want any more of that. And then you buy this expensive candle and you don't even want it anymore.
I don't know a whole lot about chakras. So, and that's not something that I've done much research about. So I know that somebody told me one time, so when I close my eyes, I envision purple, like this, like a purple blob that kind of gets smaller and bigger and just kind of morphs.
Ooh.
And somebody told me that was my third eye. I don't know what that means.
Well, that's interesting. So normally the purple is associated with your crown chakra, and the crown is here, and just chakras are those energy centers. It's like that. It's like exclusive divine connection. Just like you have a code word, mango, if things get crazy and out of hand. Well, sometimes life gets crazy and out of hand, and you're like, okay, I know I'm not supposed to be getting anything that I can't handle, but I think this is it. So you want to file a complaint. Well, your chakras are very telling of what's going on. And your chakras are that system, that divine system of communication. So you're able to connect and communicate with your body, with each other, with understanding, oh, maybe I messed that one up a little bit, or maybe I need to, get this back on. So there's one for the root, that like your survival state, the beginning. And then there's your sacral, which is just like the roots right at your bottom, like right when you're sitting right there. It's just up just a little bit, but it's right there. And then there's one that just up a little bit, go like 3 inches, and it's where your ovaries sit, just the girl stuff. And then go up right like 3 inches below your belly button. And that's really around your solar plexus, just around your tummy area. And then your heart chakra makes sense. Your throat makes sense, your third eye, and your crown. And then we actually have a lot more, but those are the ones that are very common that we talk about. So your third eye is that intuition. It's that sixth sense. That's where we get that. Your throat chakra is communicating. So when you're communicating with angels, you're getting messages, or you're just sharing stuff. You might be getting some physical things, but most likely you're getting something, a tingliness here, or you're just open. So, and you're just sharing. The color associated is like the rainbow. So we have colors all throughout our lives that we talk about. These messages have been woven in throughout history. This is not anything new. Just the meanings have been tweaked enough that we've forgotten. So as we sit around and start talking about colors, all of a sudden, if I could take you back to when you were a little girl and you would pick your crayons out, if I could have a day with you and we just open up a fresh box of crayons and we start exploring those memories, then you start opening back up to remembering. And all of this is filed away within your DNA. It's all there. You don't have to remember things. You don't have to restudy things because you intuitively know these things. So just by smelling those crayons, you start to go back in time and you start reconnecting. Your chakras, which is way too more than you really need, but they develop at different stages. They behave in different ways. But what matters is that if you are going through something, there really is a color that can help you through it. How cool is that? And Mother Nature gives us that all the time. So you look out at Mother Nature, and just like each and every one of you commented about Mother Nature making a difference to you, the color that you saw, all of a sudden it's like, well, I saw that in the sky, or I liked this was brighter, or how amazing and magical that you were all reacting to. I really like the hues she does. I like her palette. So I felt like that was really wonderful. And I also felt it was interesting because to me, it was like, you don't need those stinking glasses because you are already there. You got it. So I thought that was really actually quite cool. So when you're looking at just de-stressing, just looking out to Mother Nature and look at a tree. In fact, that tree of green is so healing that you can even just have it as a picture. It doesn't even have to be a real thing. You can, we know trees are healing. We know that you could have a tree bath. There are so many things in Mother Nature that are healing properties that help us live longer, help us live stress-free, help us manifest. But we don't really utilize it because we have forgotten about it. But taking time to smell the flowers is so much more important than we realize. And I feel like each and every one of you are tuning in and honoring that. And what a cool place to be. That's a really, really nice gift. And it's not just a gift to yourself, it's a gift to the world, really. You're setting a great example. So thank you.
Well, thank you for saying that.
Hey, we did. Yeah. So anyway, I feel like it's your spirituality. I feel like you're like, hey, baby, I am already high. And it's a natural high. You're ready to talk on that higher plane. So that's what I feel.
So many synchronicities. Like we've read The Artist Way, and there were a couple other books where they talk about like following your passion is like your gift to everybody else. Mm-hmm. And so it's Monday and we're sirens. And you do Mermaid Monday.
Yes. It's Mermaid Monday. It's Mermaid Monday. And we're going with that flow. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about mermaid energy?
I love mermaid energy. I love her. So when you're working with mermaids, I have to tell you what I like about mermaids. They can be blunt. They can be sharp in the sweetest way, but you need to hear it. They do very deep dives, especially with the emotions. So when you have, and honestly, if you're a goddess of order, you're more aligned with the mermaids. Goddess of optimism with fairies, goddess of action with dragons, and goddess of peace with angels. And when you're working with those mermaids, they are the ones that will help you go through that. You know, life really does suddenly splash us with some serious, not good stuff. And we can either stand there and just continue to drown, or if we will work with mermaid energy, she'll take our hand, she'll help us get out of it. Because if you aren't aware of what's at that core, and it's probably from that sacral chakra, it's probably from that root, or something else has gone on, but primarily down there. And so you do need to do a deep dive, and mermaids help you do those deep dives so you can get to the bottom of it. And then you can look at it, and, you know, sometimes we see things and we're not ready to give it up. It's like, I know it's not good for me, but I can't let it go yet. And she will provide the strength and understanding, and she'll be there when you are finally ready. And she'll help you release it in such a loving way. It's not a fiery ceremony type of thing. It's literally, gently releasing it to the waters. And how cool and wonderful is that? The other thing mermaids do, they help you release blockages very easily. So every time you get in the shower, every time you wash your hands, if you take a moon bath, if you take a deliberate, intentional bath, you can have just candles around the bathtub. You can have, where I love Dr. Teal's Epsom salt blends. And I do feel like I could just splash with a little tail in there. And you could use your color therapy in your bathtub as well. And if you think about mermaids, they bring all the different colors into the world as well. Even though they're swimming around, they still bring all of the different colors, and they're able to communicate on so many different levels, not just with your heart, not just with your soul, not just spiritually, but help provide the communication needed so that you can talk to others, whether it's mermen or if it is the animals, and not just, like kitty cats or dogs or dolphins, but really like that spider. I'm sorry, would you please not stay in my house? Or being able to explain to a grasshopper, you can't just stay on my hand. Mermaids are able to help you find those right words. They're ancient. They have got so much wisdom. And by tapping into their guidance, you're tapping into a really ancient BFF. So I would never shortchange myself and not take advantage of that friendship. What is with people?
We would never take advantage of the friendship of mermaids.
I know. So be friends with them. I know they want that. People don't take advantage of everything they offer. You have these beautiful shells. You have they have so much beauty right in there, that everything that is captured, just imagining that sunset or looking over. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Such beauty, such sweet songs. And the other thing that's interesting about all of you using your voices, and think about your throat chakra, that so aligns with the color, the aqua, the blues. The third eye is more of a purplish blue. It's indigo. And your throat is more like that sky blue, that aqua, turquoise. I love it. And I feel like it's interesting because you do have a song in your heart that has been there, and it needs to be heard. It needs to be sung. So one thing that would work with all of you is to be sure to sing, especially if you want to have a connection with a mermaid. Let's say you're having a really bad day, or you just want to sing out and keep this energy going because you want to share the joy. You want other people to connect and be blessed with it. And even if you sing off, it doesn't matter. It's just using your voice to inspire, to lift, to share your light, share the joy. And mermaids will help you do that. They'll give you funny songs or weird songs, but they will inspire you. So they also know that you'll do it.
Amazing.
I know, they're wonderful.
It's a big week for us because it's our 1-year anniversary, but I also know it's a big week for you too.
Yes.
Book coming out this week, right?
Yes. How did you know that?
I follow you on Instagram.
Yes. I've had a lot of technical errors on this, so technical difficulties. And so I've made several phone calls, and I thought, well, I can get really upset and just say, you know what? I mean, it's on manifesting. Seriously, Trisha, you're going to get upset over that. So it's really like, you know what? Thank God it's Mermaid Monday, because they are like, girl, stay in that flow. So I'm staying in that positive flow, because what's the worst that's going to happen? Something doesn't show up when it's supposed to. Whatever. Whatevs. Yeah, thank you. But no, mermaids will help you overcome through all of this. And they are, because I feel like they have taken my hand and we've been over here. And then we went over here. And then they were, I feel like she just sat down next to me. We kind of sat on a rock and just were like, I know. I don't even know what to say anymore. Thank God. So it's going to make a splash. That's what I know. That's what I'll take.
So what's the book called?
The Essential Manifesting Guidebook for 2022. And it's
Nice.
simple steps to create the life you truly desire. So it's working with the moon cycles, with the retrogrades, with the astrological signs, because just like the color therapy, we are in Scorpio right now, which actually mermaids love Scorpio energy. They love, 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 love it. Because even though Scorpio is that little tail that can get you, but they go deep. And for goodness sake, they're with Pluto. So come on. So Scorpio really knows how to get it in there and to really get those emotions. And so I really like working with Scorpio, especially with mermaids. So if you are working with the astrological sign, we're getting into Sagittarius, which is a perfect time for freedom. So the other thing that's great about Sagittarius, they love to travel. They help you have fun. And so I take it, Elsie, are you a Sagittarius?
Yes, me and TC.
Yay. So that's part of that strength to travel, that courage and confidence in traveling, whereas someone else might not feel it. I am not really a big traveler. I'm very much a homebody. However, I love when Sagittarius comes around because you set that example. And so because it occurs right when we have Thanksgiving, where we normally do some traveling anyway, you lend that energy. Naturally, we're able to tap into this energy and manifest a friendly Thanksgiving, things flowing our way the way we want. Because think about horses, they love, and we've got 5 here. So we can look outside. They're all probably over there. But we can look outside and you see them all together. You see them in a herd, but you also see where they need their independence, they need their freedom, they need their alone time. And then they're like, okay, let's get back together. Woohoo! What a great thing. And that's what we can learn from Sagittarius too. It's okay to have alone time. It's okay to be around with everybody else. And it's okay to explore. And exploring isn't just traveling to a different country. It's exploring that new art medium. It's exploring this new author, or it's exploring a new way to express yourself. And mermaids are able to help you do deep dives in all of those categories. So that's what my book's about, but that's also how mermaids tie in beautifully to everything.
I feel like her last minute, we can just cut some of that and it's our next commercial.
Yeah, perfect.
The way she talked about mermaids and exploring, I don't know how many times you said the word explore, but it's a word we use a lot.
I didn't know. Good.
Yeah,
Well, good.
That's one, like, our mission is to help people explore outside of their comfort zones. So that's what we do every week. We explore something new.
But like you said, it's not just traveling, and it's not the
Right.
big trips, and it's not the expense. It's
Right.
it's exploring your mind and exploring your thoughts about something and exploring your feelings, exploring your friends in your backyard. It's everything.
Yes.
Like that.
So the book that was supposed to be coming out, the people that were doing it went on a vacation.
Wow.
And I said, well, I've paid for advertising and I have all this set up. And they were like, oh, well, you can think of something else, or just put it as it's going to be a surprise. No, I don't do that. And I like surprises, but it's like I made a commitment. So anyway, the book and everything was done in 3 weeks. So when you read it, I can't tell you, I don't think I wrote a thing. I am sure it was all angels and mermaids and fairies coming through and just like blah, 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 blah. And that has been a constant thing. So talking about getting really uncomfortable and really outside of anything, I am not a planner. And this time I was actually planned, and look where it got me. And I felt like it was still able, thanks to all of the encouragement of the spirit posse, everything we have access to them. But anyway, they were just all there and cheering along and just helping. It's just going, you get this superhuman strength. You get this, I don't know, something changes because they want this message out. And that's what I feel like is happening with each of you. And I feel like, and excuse me, and And when you think about every sign, Capricorn, as you're accomplishing that mountain, it's really being intentional, because I feel like you're going to take your podcast higher if you desire, if you want, because everything is set, it's right there, but it will get a little uncomfortable. But she will help you ride that wave too. I mean, and you see, look at how many times people that surf crash and they get back up. What a great lesson. And we have forgotten to remind people. And I am one of those, like, I don't think everybody needs a participation medal. I feel like it's okay to lose, because, that's part of remembering to get back up. And I feel like that's what mermaids do. We help each other get back up. We can swim around. And you remind me, when I was listening, I can't think, I'm sorry, I'm in intuitive zone. Sorry about that. But I listened to your podcast today and I was giggling about it. But what I visually saw, when you used to go to a friend's house that had a pool, it wasn't a built-in pool, it was like an above ground pool. And you went around in a circle to get that wave going so that all the yucky stuff would come to the center. I feel like that's what you guys do. You get such this beautiful momentum going so that someone doesn't have to do it alone. And that way we can pick out that icky stuff and get rid of it. So then we can have those smooth waters. And that's what I feel like you do. And that's why I feel like it's so important. And that's what I feel like you're going to be doing on a grander scale.
That was such a beautiful description that it brought tears to my eyes. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. But that's what I see with you guys. So
thank you. I think that we all feel very proud of what we do. And it was nice to hear that.
It was an interesting thing. I think it's coming through much more than you realize. So yay. It's a hard time because you're alone. You're right there. You don't see who's listening on the other side. So yeah, you're doing a great job.
Thanks, Trish.
You're welcome.
So we didn't really talk about a challenge for our listeners this week. But I know that there is a goddess personality quiz on your website, right, Trish? That might be a fun challenge for our fellow explorers to head over to your website, take the goddess personality quiz. Let us know what your goddess personality type is, and we'll share ours with you. Make sure you use the hashtag Siren Soapbox. This episode has been so much fun. Elsie, thank you for planning this. How amazing.
Thank you, Trish, for saying yes and coming on our show. It has been such a treat.
Thank you. Oh, thank you for having me. I couldn't wait. I could not wait. So thank you.
Well, happy anniversary, Sirens. And Jess, if you're listening to this, we missed you, but we're so excited you're living your dream and starting your next chapter on your island. Elsie, TC, Sarah, this past year I've spent with you has been my favorite year so far. So thank you for that. And thank you for listening to this episode. Go ahead and click subscribe. That way you won't miss any of our recordings, but maybe you prefer to watch and you're in luck because this episode is also on YouTube. So go ahead to our website, sirensoapbox.com. You'll find a link to our channel. You'll find a link to Trish's website where you'll find the goddess personality quiz. And until next time, dive in, stay curious, and be happy.
Yay.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Siren Soapbox, and a special thank you to C Strings for providing our music. Snag their latest EP from iTunes today. Follow the Sirens on all the social medias, and don't forget to tell your friends about us. Like and subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts. We'll catch you next time on another episode of Siren Soapbox.